I'm sharing lessons learned with other people, such as other employers that might be in the voluntary sector, charitable sectors, like independent sectors. What's your key learning that you would share if they were sat with you now about this whole placement development side of things?
So I think looking back, I think when students first came to us, it was very much deemed a student would be there to shadow, they'd be there to observe. I think moving forward, we have developed and looked at how we can progress that. And I think between yourself and I and the induction process that's evolved within Harbour, a student who comes to us now is given the experience. They come to us, they are given the full core training. They end up where they build their skill set and their knowledge to where they can actually step into the specialist roles that we have on site. These can include anything from IDVA, which is the Independent Domestic Violence Advocate. They focus on the high risk cases and look at the complexities of risk intervention that's put in place to reduce risk from the beginning, the partake within the marriage. So knowledge and skill set is very important around that. We also look at moving forward into a role such as lay practitioner. Lay practitioners deal with any families who are involved with social care. They link in with things on such as the maintenance, where they can go in as an advocate of the client that we're working with. They're involved with plans that are brought together through child protection or through child in need. They actively play a role within the safeguarding process that the families step into. And from where we were to where we are now, the development, I think we do get students. I've just had a few students who started with me yesterday, and I think they are quite shocked that they will take the pathway to where they will be part of the Harbour team.
I'm just going to pick up on a couple of points that you've raised there, Catherine, because they are very much what I'm wanting to share with people from Lessons Learned. Is when I worked with you, it was being really clear that the final statutory task placements were about specialist areas of knowledge, complexity, high risk decision making, and that was going to be attached to a specific role in Harbour. I think it was one of the first points of learning that we started understanding with this work. It's not Harbour as an agency, it's the specific roles in Harbour. We developed a set of statutory tasks. Again, it was using agency knowledge. So I was coming to you and saying to you, tell me what you think about these statutory tasks. Like, do you think from your practice-based experience, this is going to be relevant and it's going to be appropriate? And I think now, from my experience as actually working as an off-site practice educator with you, I think we've got to the point now, because it's a couple of years in for us. Things are running so smoothly now with the final placements. And it's, I mean, thinking of the variety of students I work with you, we have a real great mixture of students.
I think because it's such a varied role, I think it sets a good foundation to step into social care. I think that is something to look at when you're looking about setting up your placements, looking at the learning experience that student's going to have, that they aren't just sat there answering phones, they actually do hold caseloads. The complexities we face with our families does set people up to the complexities they face when they step into the social care world. Plus, as well, it allows us to give and hand over the ethos of what needs to be done if domestic abuse is identified. It allows people to understand and look at the dynamics that people face. It isn't just a case about keeping someone safe or making this decision. the complexities around what we look at and what we deal with within the role, set people in good stead to understand other complexities that they're going to face when they step into social care.
Absolutely. And that is, I've got a really lovely meeting with 2 former students from Harbour.
Fabulous.
Actually, and they very much echo exactly what you've just said, practically word for word, about, because I asked them about the skill set and knowledge, and both students say it prepared them incredibly well. It gave them the skills,
yes.
It gave them the competencies.
I think as a placement, I think by understanding what PCFs mean, or looking at what markers the people need to meet, and I think we've worked together quite well in the fact that it's given me an understanding of what the university's looking for. It isn't you've got to do that and you've got to do that for our induction. The sort of merged together, and I think my understanding of working alongside yourself, Lisa, is being able to take the information and enhance the person's experience within the placement, which again is vital for the placement.